Yep, I'm a liar. What can I say? I've been really enjoying these type of videos recently, especially on Instagram. I've been following a lot of skin influencers, getting really obsessive with skincare, and it's just really nice to kind of see what people are finishing up and what people are not finishing up. And so for me, I thought I want to come back and do empties videos again. I probably will include pretty much anything I use, but predominantly you're going to see a lot of skincare products just because that is what I go through. I don't tend to use like a little bit of lots of things. I tend to just really focus in. If I'm going to start using, say, this niacinamide bottle, then I'm going to finish it just because I really want to see what the true effects of a product is. Whereas makeup is a little bit different. I might be using like 5 different foundations on the go, and it doesn't really matter because you kind of base the performance of the product on that one-time usage. With skincare, it does take quite a while to see effects. I actually find that for vitamin C, for me to have seen the effects of vitamin C, I needed to go through 2 to 3 bottles. Like, one bottle wasn't even enough. I had to go through 2 to 3. So I know that skincare is a long-term thing, hence why I tend to finish a lot more. So without being said, I'm going to get straight into the empties. You might see these types of videos, I don't know, a couple times a year, a few times a year. Basically, I have this bin, skincare bin, I guess. And when it gets full, which it is, I can't even close the lid, then I figure I'll sit down and film this video. And yeah, so that could happen in a few months. It could happen in half a year. I don't think it will take a full year. I'm pretty sure I could fill these up pretty often. So yes, in no particular order because I'm just going to grab from the top. I'll list all the products down below. I'll give you guys my thoughts on what I thought about it and whether I'd repurchase or not. First up is this toner bottle, the Curel Intense Moisture Care. Basically, it's a toner, and I really, really love this toner. I really love the Curel line in general. I find their products are they work really well with my skin. I love their moisturizers, their cleansers, and their toner. This is like probably the second bottle I've been through, and I already have purchased a replacement. I love using this particularly in the morning. I find that it's just very refreshing. So yes, 100% would purchase this again. Sunscreen. This one is Skin Aqua Tone Up UV. I like this. I don't know if I purchase it again. Not because it's bad, just because I have so many good options out there. And not only so many good options, just so many options that I want to test. The thing I love about this one is that it has a purple tone to it, so it's really good at brightening the skin tone in general. So say on the day you don't really want to wear any makeup, but you do want kind of a lightening effect or brightening effect, this works really well. You do have to blend it out really well though, because if you don't, then it looks more like you just have a white cast over your face. So I loved it for that reason. It's a really good sunscreen, but as I said, I have so many sunscreens I want to get through. And I feel like by the time I get through all the sunscreens I want to get through, they'll have developed more. So yeah, it's kind of like a middle. Really, really good. Love it. Highly recommend it. But personally for me, because I am a reviewer of products and I love to test new products, it will probably take a while until I get to it. Just jumping to hair, even though I don't do a ton of hair. This is the Dove Demacare Scalp Anti-Dandruff Shampoo and Conditioner from Dove. So, interesting story. I have a lot of love for high-end shampoo, conditioner, stuff like that. I think it works really well. But I've always had this issue with dandruff in my hair, or at least flakes. I'm not quite sure if you can see them, but I see them all the time and I hate it. Right now, I have a bigger problem with that. I'm just not washing my hair very much because I am about 5 months postpartum at the moment. And that means that my hair is falling out like crazy. There's a period of time in your postpartum life, if you ever have babies, where your hair, like towards the end of my pregnancy, my hair was amazing. It was thick, it was lush, it was beautiful, it was the best, and I hardly had any fallout. Now I can run my hand through my hair and I will get chunks of hair. So I have definitely lost a lot of hair. I know that it will all like stabilize probably by the end of the year. So when I'm like closer to 12 months postpartum, it'll start to stabilize, because I had the exact same problem with bubbies. This is just part of pregnancy. So yes, I have, long story short, if my hair's not looking great, it's because I'm going through that phase, in the shedding phase right now. However, anyways, so what I was saying is that I generally always have had like flaky scalp issues, but I managed to fix that. I thought the problem was that I had to apply oil in my hair. So I would apply like argan oil before every wash. It wasn't doing anything. I just wasn't washing my hair right, which is crazy to think that I just wasn't washing my hair right. And I came across this influencer called Abby Young. She is so good. I love her so much. I will link her down below. And she is like a hair specialist. And basically, you don't really need to buy expensive shampoo and conditioner. Things like this, Head and Shoulders, all those shampoo and conditioners, at least for me, work actually really well. I just need to wash more thoroughly. That was my problem. I wasn't washing properly. Like, I have to actually do sections of my hair, massage the scalp, and like really get in there and do it twice. Ideally, I should be washing my hair 3 times a week, but I only do it once a week right now for the aforementioned reasons. But also I have young kids, so it's very like, where's the time? I have no time. But yeah, I already noticed a difference when I was doing it once a week during my pregnancy, and I was like really washing it thoroughly. I could see a huge difference. So I still bought anti-dandruff, but I think in my lineup, I don't think you need to buy this one per se. It's like nice, but I don't feel like any, I don't know. I think I would go for like a more clarifying or volumizing shampoo and conditioner, just because I think that would do better at clearing up my scalp. But this is good too. Like, Dove's just an okay brand. And if I don't know if I'll buy this particular range again, but I think I would buy their moisturizing line again and just see what that's like. So yeah, it's like good. The benefit is Dove, Pantene, which is, I'm also got Pantene in my rotation. They're just so affordable. Like, literally the bottle's like $4 or $5. So I'm like, ugh. As opposed to Oribe or Redken or Kerastay, which I have those as well, and I use those sparingly because it's like $80 a bottle or something crazy. It's so expensive. All right, this is so rambly. I'm sorry, this video is so rambly. Next one I have is Drunk Elephant. This is their Schleiss. It's basically their cleansing balm, which this is probably the 2nd or 3rd tub I've been through, and I really like it. Especially I love that it has this little spatula magnetized, well, not magnetized, it's clipped on, that helps you scoop. I do love it, but I think I like, there's a Korean one. I'll pop up a picture somewhere. Zero, but I don't know the name off the top of my head. I actually kind of like that one better, and I think I actually like the Korean skin balms better, because there's something about how they melt on the skin and it feels really creamy. Whereas this one, like, I used this a lot before I discovered the Korean ones, and I liked it for what it was worth, but it's quite expensive. The other ones are actually a lot cheaper, and they're kind of better in my opinion. I mean, they both cleanse pretty well. I have no issue with that, but in terms of how the others melt on the skin, it's really nice. This one, if you keep it around too long, it almost gets like a bit hardened and a little grainy. So the grains still like dissolve on your face, but you kind of have to like smush it between your fingers and really get in there. Whereas the other ones are they just melt really easily. So yeah, I won't be purchasing that anymore. To be honest, I've been a huge supporter of Drunk Elephant for many, many years. And just recently I've been kind of moving away, just because I've been using it for so many years and I hadn't really seen any major shifts in my skin. Whereas I started changing to more Korean skincare, and I really noticed some changes in my skin. So I don't know, I just feel like Drunk Elephant is not as effective as I was hoping it would be. Plus, it's so much more expensive than the Korean skincare I buy. So yeah, I'm having a blast. So this is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. I picked this up, it's a moisturizer. I picked this up because I was doing a comparison blog post, and I haven't written it yet with this one, and there was a Clinique like hydration moisturizer that they've been compared to. I actually way more prefer the Clinique moisturizer, by the way. Sneak peek. I just find it so much better. It's scentless, it's thicker, it's not thicker in the sense that, like, they're both still gels, but that one's it's just so much better. This is good too. Like, I'm not gonna lie that it was nice on my skin, but I don't like the smell. The smell is, I don't know how to say, it's like, it smells like, it's just bathroom smell. It's like soap smell. I just don't like it. But it did go well on my skin. I am someone with dry skin, so something thicker is probably more up my alley. This would be really good if you have oily skin. So yeah, if you're on like acne prone, oily skin, you might actually really like this because the consistency in the gel was really nice, lightweight, felt really great on the skin. But have a sniff if you can in the shop because it does smell like soap and I didn't really like that. All right, we have a Bure cleanser. I generally love the Bure anything. Most skincare from this line is very affordable and very good quality for what it is. So, but saying that, would I repurchase? No, only, not that because it's not good, it's good. Only because there's so many to use. I have actually probably like 6 or 7 cleansers in my collection that I need to use up. And then by the time I get through that, new ones will have come on the market that I'd want to try. So it's kind of like the skincare. There's just so much variety in the market and there's so many good ones. Like there's just so many are good. It's kind of hard to find a bad one. So for that reason, I would be trying new ones. But yes, I do recommend it. It's really good. Kiehl's Cucumber Herbal Toner. I love this. It's like a 3rd bottle and they don't make it anymore. So that goes to show how long I've had this for. A long time. Been very gentle on my skin. I actually really liked it. Kind of similar to this one. They're both very refreshing. I use them in the morning. I would totally buy this again, except they don't make it anymore, so I cannot. Sad face. The Drunk Elephant C Firma Fresh. So, like I said earlier, it takes me a while to see changes in my skin as a result of skincare. I do think this one was effective for me. This is probably my 4th bottle or something. I do think it has a little bit of a burning sensation if you have any like wounds on your face. Otherwise, it's a bit of a thinner consistency to, right now I'm using the Naturium vitamin C, which I really love. It feels more hydrating, but I think that's a gentler vitamin C. I think this is a more stronger vitamin C. And I really enjoy this. This will probably stay in my rotation. So yes, I would repurchase this again because it is part of my rotation, but I don't use it back to back to back. So I'll only use one vitamin C product at any one time because they oxidize really quickly. So I only open one bottle, use it all up and move on to the next one. So usually what I do with this is that I'll have this in rotation. When I finish it, I'll move on to a different brand. Just to see what it's like and see if I can see any other improvements. And then when that's finished, I then go back to this one and it's kind of like every second one. So right now I'm on Naturium and actually maybe I just lied because I am thinking of buying this again after my Naturium one finishes, but there are a couple other brands I'm eyeballing as well. So yeah, but I do like it. I think it works for me. I think it does. This is probably This and the Lala Retro Moisturizer from the Drunk Elephant line are probably the only 2 skincare products from their whole line which I would still purchase. I'm not quite sure if I'd purchase anything else. I say that now, but I'm probably lying because I really like the Protini Moisturizer. This one, The Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid. I love this. This is, again, like 5 bottles of this. I don't know. I really love this. Very lightweight. When my skin is not feeling super great or feeling dry, I will use this. I know that some dermatologists say it is completely pointless because hyaluronic acid is in most products. Okay, it's totally useless, but it makes me feel good. It makes my skin feel good, so I will still purchase this. Okay, so the next one is from Anua. It is their Niacinamide Serum. It's the red one. I love this. I'm on a 2nd bottle. I have a 3rd backup, and I probably would keep this in my rotation forever because I do think I noticed a difference when I started using this. Ever since I started using this, I feel like my skin is just fresher. It's slightly brighter. It just feels really nice. And that is the point of this. And I have been using niacinamide for many years. So I've used the Roche-Posay niacinamide. Oh my God, I'm going to say it wrong. And there's another brand I use. I didn't really notice any difference. Yeah, I didn't really notice a difference. But when I switched to this one, I felt like I noticed a difference. So call me crazy, but I would definitely keep this in my rotation forever. I love it so much. This is the Mecca Cosmetica Sunscreen Serum. I actually really like this one too. It has a really beautiful like brightening effect to the skin. And I think I already purchased a replacement, but I haven't opened it yet because I still have other sunscreens I'm trying to go through. But yeah, sorry, did I mention this is sunscreen, SPF 50? I really love this. It's got a tint to it. I'm not sure if there's any more left, but you can kind of see there. It's like not a white sunscreen. It's like got a bit of a skin tint, like my skin tint tone. I'm always cognizant of the fact that like skin tint is very subjective depending on your skin tone, but it matches my skin tone really well. And so I feel like it gives me just like the slightest of coverage, because there are many days I wear makeup many days, and there's some days I don't wear makeup, and this makes me feel like I'm still kind of put together without wearing makeup. So yeah, I mean, I would repurchase it because I already have. This one is a little sampler. It is the Dr. Gerard Ceramidin moisturizer. It's supposed to be really good for your skin barrier. It also has a tint to this that probably doesn't show up as much on the skin as say the sunscreen did, but I really like this. It has this very like smoothing effect on the skin. I use it as a daytime moisturizer, and it just made my skin feel really good. So I went and repurchased, well, not repurchased, I got this one as like a free sampler in an order, but I went and purchased the full size bottle. This is a cleansing oil. This is from Senka All Clear Oil. It's actually really popular and I hate it. I really hate this. I would not purchase this. Do not recommend, because it stings my eyes. So the first few times I used it and it stung my eyes, I ended up just only reserving this for face. And it was just such a hassle because I just want to use it up, right? I could have easily thrown it out because it's not that expensive. It was like, yeah, $10, $20. I think I bought it for $10. I used it all just for my face to get the makeup off, and then I would use a different cleansing oil for my eyes. And I just find that really annoying to have two cleansing oils on the go, because as I said, I'm the sort of person that just wants to open one product for one purpose or function, use it all up and move on to the next one for skincare. That's how I am. And so I had to have two bottles on my vanity, and it was just annoying. So yes, I would not recommend that. I just want one that maybe doesn't sting my eyes. This is the Naturium Multi-Peptide Advanced Serum. I like this, but I don't know if it's done anything to my skin. I've been really getting more into like growth factors and peptides and things like that. And so this was really nice to use as a gentle serum. I usually layer this on top of a clearer serum because in my routine, I'll usually use 2 to 3 serums, which may seem excessive and probably is. But in the morning, I will use 2. And then in the evening, I will use 2. I'll try to stick to 2. If I'm feeling like a bit tired or a bit over it, I'll use 1, but I'll always use at least 1. If I'm feeling super extra and I have so much time in the bathroom that I have time for the serums to dry down, then I'll use 3. But I have repurchased this because I really want to see if I notice any changes, and I feel like 1 bottle wasn't enough. Like I felt like this finished a little fast for me. This is the Roche-Posay Cica Plus B5. This is really great when you have dry skin, so I would repurchase this, but this is not a everyday use serum for me. This is my eczema is flaring up and my skin is feeling really parched and dry. Then I'll use this for a couple of days in a row and my skin feels great and hydrated again. So it's almost treatment for me, but I do think it's really good. Like for me, this actually really worked. This is the Micamax Water Cooler Calming Hydration Serum. I didn't notice anything. It was basically like just a nothing serum for me, so I wouldn't purchase this personally again. Mecca Cosmetica Moisturizer. I did not like this. I love the packaging. I love this sort of packaging. It just feels very clean. But this has like a very strong fragrance to it. Like in terms of the quality of moisturizer, I thought it was really good. It reminded me of the Kiehl's, the very standard moisturizer from Kiehl's, and I use that in my rotation because it's a very like just a very good foundational moisturizer. But this has such a strong scent that I could smell it even when I went to bed with this moisturizer. So I would not purchase this ever, but maybe if you are not a big, like you don't mind scents, then maybe you want to try it out. This one, Jill Stuart Cleansing Oil. I cannot find any more of these to save my life. I have 1 more left in my collection that I bought when I was in Japan, but I really want to buy more because the Jill Stuart Cleansing Oil is probably one of my top cleansing oils ever, which is weird. I feel like this brand is all about aesthetics and not like a full, not super about the quality, But their cleansing oil is amazing. It has a bit of a rosy scent to it, which I don't mind because you just wash it all off. But it is so gentle on the skin, and it is so good at removing all my makeup, even waterproof mascara, really effectively. So yeah, I don't hear people talk about it, probably because this cleansing oil is a little overpriced. But it's my favorite. Probably, yeah, I would dare to say this is my favorite. This is the Bath & Body Works, just a body wash, orange and ginger. I'm not going to repurchase this. I'm not a fan of the orange ginger combination. I much prefer sweeter scents. This is the Mecca Cosmetica Hyaluronic Acid. You can tell that I'm like a big hyaluronic acid person, and I like to try different brands. I mean, this was good, but it's so tiny. I finished it so quickly. Probably won't repurchase this again because it was too expensive for what it was, and it's no better than the ordinary brand. Last one. This is the La Roche-Posay Niacinamide Serum. Again, I've gone through a few bottles of this because I wanted to try it. I didn't notice a difference, so I would not buy the La Roche-Posay version. I would stick to this one. If you want to use niacinamide, I would use this one. Couple moisturizers. Elizabeth Arden night cream. So this is the thing. Who knew that Elizabeth Arden had such good skincare products? I didn't, because to me it's like a grandma brand. I go to David Jones and it's the one that is like that dusty old lady brand that sits in the corner. Just never loved it. But I think Lydia Elise Millen, I think she's doing a sponsor with them, but I think she also really likes their products. She was talking about some of their skincare products, and I was like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. Why not? And I really like their moisturizers. In fact, their daytime moisturizer with SPF is probably one of my favorite daytime moisturizers, but it's so expensive. The whole jar is like $150, which just blows my mind, and I can't justify spending that sort of money. So I always just I bookmarked it, the listing for different websites, and I just wait that hopefully one day it goes on sale and then I'll pick up another jar. I have one jar that I sparingly use because I love it so much, but I really love this night cream as well. Very thick, moisturizing. I would definitely purchase it again when a sale is on. It's just too expensive to pay full price for. But Elizabeth Arden, their skincare is really something. I actually do enjoy it. This one is the Innisfree Green Tea Hyaluronic Cream. I love this one, by the way, so much as a sampler, and I went and purchased the full size, so clearly I do love it. This one is kind of an in-between a thick cream and a light cream. So it's good for daytime. I personally use this for daytime. I use lighter moisturizers for the day and thicker moisturizers in the evening. And I really love how this feels on the screen. It just makes my skin feel very hydrated and plumped. So I do recommend this. And the only makeup product I have to feature is this Maybelline The Falsies Lash Lift. I finished all of this up and I like it, but I would not repurchase it. It just wasn't good enough to repurchase when I have so many other mascaras that I think do a much better job. So that is everything. Those are all my empties. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. This is Celina reporting from my room. Back to the internet.